A new cycle route has been branded dangerously deficient by Norfolk campaigners after the revelation it will require riders to push their bicycles for a 200-metre section over the A47. Work is underway on a new £3 million cycle and walking route to cross the Longwater junction on the edge of Norwich to connect Easton with the city, and was aimed at providing an alternative to people who did not want to drive in the area. That's TV spoke to Derek Williams from Norwich Cycling Campaign, who said the scheme failed to provide a safe and attractive route for cyclists.
The big problem is where the footpath goes over the A47 bridge. Norfolk County Council are saying there isn't room there to build a proper cycle track footpath. It's got to be a narrow footpath. What we're saying is that this has to be safe. Now, the big danger is that people might step into the road in order just to get past each other because it's such a narrow footpath, or that vehicles might mount the path. 44-ton lorries can easily drive up onto the path. You've got nowhere to go. There's a fence on one side. It would be terrible. So what we're saying is we need defence against that happening, which you can do with a large curb. It's called a containment curb, and that stops vehicles driving onto the pavement. Put a fence on top of that to stop people falling into the road, and it will at least be safe. The main stated reason for this path was as a safe route to school for children in Cossey, to come from Easton to Cossey. Children aren't going to get off and push. But the other unstated use for it will be the 5,000 students at Easton College who are teenagers. Are they going to get off and push? What do you think, really? It has to. This path has to be safe for the way it will be used.
A spokesman for Norfolk County Council said, "We acknowledge current guidance would be for those walking and cycling to have sufficient space to cross the bridge together, but this simply isn't possible within the space constraints and availability of funding, and was not a requirement of planning permission."